showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Wyoming Cowboys. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The Cowboys headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Humphrey. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on third down. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game.
Snap to the up man. It's a fake. Well, he might as well have dropped it because he didn't get enough for the first down, and the punting unit is on the field.
I love the aggressive nature. They told us coming into this game they were just going to let everything go. And here we are in the first drive of the game. They line up in the punt formation, and they fake it. Not just that, they pick it up. And this drive is staying alive. I love it.
From the gun, the running back has it. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Lobos.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Wide receiver going in motion. Running to the left. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Let's talk for just a moment about Wyoming. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Humphrey. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
He'll try it again. Got a little grass. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The RPO, it's complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Rush is on him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous. Making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The corners are walked up tight. To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. From the gun. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, New Mexico! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so probably no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Maybe some room here. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The Cowboys moving quickly to the line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Snagged in the middle. It's Holman. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got
intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Lobos! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. We'll just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Hughes. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Hunt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. With the catch, it's Key. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Right on the money. Turning it on. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Lobos in the hurry up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Over the middle, it's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, New Mexico! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Makes a quick grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They've got the screen set up. Crosses to 35. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Hughes. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Red Raiders looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes a deep grab. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to pass. It's Hughes. Finds the tight end. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it in the 15-yard line. The Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Harris. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Hughes. He's got it and still on his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the 1st down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the 1st down. And dude chose to run out of bounds.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
And the Lobos will send out the punt unit. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got great speed. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run inside. It's Harris. Could be an alley. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for space. It's Harris. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Leaves it with the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Break. Over.
Motion from the wide receiver.
Ready, go.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Lobos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
Here comes the offense on second down. power football with the run. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, New Mexico. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And unfortunately, man,
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He might want another play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long.
There's a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Lobos. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hughes. They're setting up the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. Running inside, it's Holman. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the stick, now back to work. To the air on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. The 20, 10. Touchdown, New Mexico! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem.
56, Wyoming, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let...
Might have a chance. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. Picks up the first down. Discards him with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's Hughes. Back's got it. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll go right back to the run. Plows through the defense. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.